right into it. Alex and Chad, how are you feeling about heading into Ancient for this one?
Thank you, Freya. I don't have an answer. Hopefully you do. How are we feeling?
Not as smug as Kaden is right now. I think this is insane for Heroic, right? This is their hardest test first, right? The fact that we get to see them going up against Na'Vi in the quarterfinal, if they vanquish this beast right now, it marks a new era for this Heroic roster. There's questions marks about them on the stage, what type of Counter-Strike they play, question marks about Kaden and Refresh performing in big games. This will change all of that. The final test for Heroic now is Ancient, and we're about to get underway with Na'Vi. Fighting for survival here. The defending major champions on the attack again to start off map number 2. U2 out towards top mid as they seem to follow that through. A little bit more deployed from Electronic here as they set their sights and attention over towards the first letter of the alphabet.
Highest rated pistol player out of everyone is Bit. Refresh. Had a taste of redemption map 1. Can he keep it up? He's got a chance and lets it slip away. Church blind executed, and it's only Stan with a little bit of a duel to be had. Tessus lingers close behind enemy lines, would love to finish his meal. Boomich remains evasive, remains a problem. And they're looking for a spotless pistol here. Look how wounded they are. Finally, they bring down just one, and it's a consolation prize. It's the tattered teddy bear at the back of the shelf. And an A-take to start. Another Na'Vi pistol. That's
three from three. 3 from 3 and pistol rounds here. It didn't help him last time round, but Cadian picking up where he left off. A couple of nice kills right there. That extra cash is going to feel nice.
Oh, he's on one, isn't he? He's on one today.
Yeah, well, I think it's despite the crowd right here because he's definitely not the fan favorite by any means. Going to see if they can turn up the heat again. We saw the force fight out of them over on Inferno. Let's see if we see the same here.
But yeah, these are the kind of shots, just like Refresh with his 4K spray down. It just reminds you of who you are and what you are capable of in the server. Yes, there is a mammoth task ahead of you. Ouch. That one will leave a mark. And there's more. There's more where that came from. The snapping turtle equipped. Refresh brings it down and immediately meets his demise. Perfecto upgrades Tessus. No stranger to a duel, will have to get out of there, but shows face, just glancing down the lane as he looks to drive home the pain. It's a shot, it hits. Simple's just way more precise. Head rolls, as will the eyes of Heroic. Dicing with death on the AD jiggles. Tessus knows there's a duel imminent.
Feels like we're picking up where we left off with these T-halves, just waiting for mistakes from the CT side, the overcommits, the aggressive maneuvers.
He's only got 4 bullets in that.
That's all he needs.
Okay.
No head armor on the other side. Still ripped through that Kevlar. No dramas as you like here as bomb to be scooped up. Pack peering over towards this B side. And this is the fight they need to get past here. If Simple cracks the head of Tessus, then they're on the way in. Hearing the utility.
Just a pistol. And that's exactly what Simple makes it look like. One last hope, one slight glimmer at the end of a murky tunnel. It would be that investment out of Stan.
Yeah, cave smoke, deep smoke as well. Bomb will go down, but here's the deal. Over there on Inferno, they had a round like this where they held the Famous, they held the Scout, and they actually won the follow-up round when they shouldn't have. So let's see, do Heroic want to linger around for a kill or 2 extra, or they just want to save their goodies, take them home and pack them up for another round? Stan with a shot or 2 is going to give over that position. And now on the hunt is Boomich. The fight and can't convert onto Stan here, trying to stay alive, 4 points of health, but the fight is coming. Bit will finish him off and they won't get to hold onto their goodies. So a big difference from the last time round is Heroic not holding onto that rifle to ply its trade into the following. Seems unlikely Heroic will be able to convert the next round of play. Cadian still wants to hold on to this and should be far enough away at this point. So a clean start from Na'Vi again, the pistol with the conversion. That's par for the course, right? We've been here before.
Yeah. Beautiful. I wonder how familiar it has been for Na'Vi plugging in the mouse and keyboard. Our reigning champions. The PGL Stockholm Major 2021. Feels like yesterday.
Yeah, this one's come quick. I'm sure Na'Vi would love to add another major trophy to that cabinet. The second for Simple, second for all of them. Top mid smoke, Infinity Molly in play, and more diligent utility as they just clear out close mid. Not going to take any chances right here as Simple trying to get into the action. We know the chips are down. One man steps up, one man gets stuck in. Space taken across the map for Na'Vi. They're working with a lot of room here, mid-control, B lane, even a little bit of a linger in towards Cave, so no dramas for them in the early stages of this round. It's just about working out, is there a stack from Heroic? Do we have to deal with these pistols packed together?
Love that smoke out of Boomage.
They just have to rumble this hold right here. Shouldn't be too many problems.
Yeah, he gets his speckles up. I don't think he's too interested in committing to that alone.
Well, now that's their coffin, isn't it? You can see them taking this space on towards A. The rifles, once you get over in towards that site, over towards platform, don't worry about it. They're flashing through. They're trying to take the fight, but Na'Vi don't want to put themselves in the open. More smoke, stifling this. And Electronic in the back will take out Katie and starting to deal with his eco now as another kill to come through, and problem solved for Na'Vi here.
To the full clean sweep. 5 hearts still beaten, 5 weapons they don't need to buy.
They couldn't have a better opportunity right now going into the first gun round. It's not like there's SMGs, it's a Famous and a Galil, sure, but you can operate with those up against the buy for Heroic now, and Cadian, no doubt about it, had his absolute best map of the tournament so far on Inferno. If he can keep that up, if he can be dynamic with the AWP right here on the CT side of a map like Ancient, he can be the difference maker for his team. And into the buys. Electronic can be huge running out mid.
He's going for a bit of a biff.
There it is.
Ballsy out of Shush. And Electronic puts him in his place. But where there's smoke, there's usually fire. Electronic ignites onto the double. Boomage is gone as well. He takes one from the grave though, Stown. Licked on down, Tessus makes a round out of this still.
Oh.
Cadian's found another.
2-on-2.
That was supposed to be a Na'Vi collection, and still 90 seconds, we're thrown into a 2v2 mid-round.
Yeah, some big questions to ask here. There was aggression mid, that was about it in terms of the space that Na'Vi have. Heroic do not know, but in these situations, the gamble's great.
Whoa.
Tessus the pick top mid, Electronics down. Bit in a 1v2 situation.
How does this go so wrong so fast?
Need to be careful here, Bit. Footsteps might be heard. Tessus is in an aggressive position.
He's doing everything.
Yeah, he's cutting off at the pass here, Tessus. This is a massive round from him.
He's done it all. And he will finish. Wow. What a recovery out of the Danes there. Tessus just flying that Heroic flag at the top of mid. It looked so good. Electronic, 2 entries. This was Cadian's we missed. Aggressive in the A-halls, brings the AWP to Perfecto and face to palm. Not a fun feeling, I'm sure.
It's a 2v4 right there. That's a massive round to win early here. That Heroic, they didn't pick up a round in similar fashion in that first half. They won a 3v5, right? They had that Tessus clutch as well, but that wasn't on the CT side.
But look, undaunted, after losing both of their lives, Refresh and Shush, they want to try again, and this time Simple doing the flashbang dance, and he does get nothing. Oh, and around the smokes, down, heating up as well. He brings the fight to them. Cadian with a bit of an open window on stage. Getting windy. Boomage decided he might try and take this B side. His Refresh at least goes one and done. A competitive round still, and it looks like it may slow down in pace. The map is your oyster.
Plenty of time again, so a different pace about this one. The gun rounds over there on Inferno, they were slow, they were feeling each other out. This time they're taking the fights, they're getting stuck in. And this puts Na'Vi in a 2-on-3 situation right here. Shush only operating with a Deagle right now, would love to get something a bit bigger in his hands, but those options are few and far between with where he currently resides, trying to thread the needle. Bit and Boomage. They have found the gap, but can be responded to quite quickly. Kits in play, smoke as well. The post-plant situation for Na'Vi here is going to be absolutely everything.
Yeah, Boomage seems switched on to the potential for an A-Hall's linger. No one home. Still Shush. Oh, finding a weapon. So it favors Heroic on a site that's certainly not too difficult to find a way in. But that's when Boomic and Bit aren't in the server. Oh, snappy out of Shush. And Bit demanded to clutch. Heroic process of elimination will soon dictate as to where he resides. Misses his first chance, dies on that as he fully unloads his mag. They will try and close the gap. 5-second defuse, and he's been held at bay. Just in the nick of time, Heroic prevail.
They're looking really calm and collected here, Heroic. This isn't the same team who are constantly pushing, taking fights, hoping info works out there. Once they get themselves in an established position, they're sitting back. So that's 2 rounds, 2 tidy rounds in a row, a 2-on-4, and then closing down a 3-on-2 advantage situation. They have massive gun rounds for Heroic to win early here. Na'Vi get the plant, they keep their cash in a position where they can consider a purchase, and well, yeah, it is Na'Vi. They are going to follow through in that promise. But they're just not ready for some of these aggressive maneuvers of Heroic there. The aggro mid push, the playing around the smokes over towards B. The door smoke lands as we get into round number 6 here.
I still can't believe they lost the double electronic mid frag. Thanks to Tessus.
Yeah, you're not going to get that every day of the week. And look at this.
Oh, wow, Heroic really are geeking it out. They're playing to the optimal potential this roster has, and with such a big opponent in front of them.
Look at the cluster they have in this position. Electronic will find away, needs to get away with his life, and he does. Electronic in mid has been perfect, and now they're into B.
Yeah, Tessus has let him in, calling for Stown, but he's staring at smokes. They have the space. Can they win this race? They have that advantage. It gets bigger thanks to Boomic. Another body added to the list, and the rest condemned to save. Now that is a spotless T round.
You have to thank Electronic here, right? He was great for them over there on Inferno as well. Remember some of those T rounds where he'd get opening kills walking into A, this time in mid. And speaking of Electronic, here he is again. Another one hits the deck. Just down, stands in towards mid. The fight is coming on all fronts. Perfecto with the Tech 9 is going to blow him away. Beautiful stuff for Na'Vi to bounce back. This is the T side right here of Ancient. They're up to 4, and this is early stages. The money for Heroic now in question. So staying stubborn on the buys, Na'Vi will break through.
Some Anubis fans in the crowd.
This is the thing, the Dust were talking about Bit being relatively quiet there on map 1 of Inferno, but if Electronic can step up and fill the gap that he's no longer providing, might be all they need. Class act is Electronic, his Bit is going to take a bit of space here.
I mean, do you really think that that Inferno loss has the capacity to get under Na'Vi's skin?
I think it'd be 1 map down, and ooh, know that you need a battle forward. Boomic blind gets 1. TK as well, problems for Heroic. They're going to mop this one up. It is just refresh, but yeah, look, this is the thing, to be 1 map down and know that you have to be flawless on the next 2. That's a problem. It's a pressure situation. It's do or die, and it's Heroic, right? Everybody seems to have a bit of a problem with Heroic, or more so Cadian, so that's always going to get to them. The way that they lost those clutches as well, the Tassus clutch that they lost, the Cadian clutch, they all add up. Yeah. If you continue to lose those type of tilt rounds, this is the new Na'Vi, but it's Na'Vi, still susceptible to a little bit of tilt every now and again.
Yeah, some people on the internet can't seem to believe it, but they are human beings.
Yeah, that's wild, right? As we all feel a little bit of that. Simple having a conversation is going to get the last kill, and well, picks up that AWP to carry on through to the next round of play. So perfect for Na'Vi now. This is fantastic. Now you have to remember, the core of Heroic have gone up against the core of Na'Vi 9 times. They've only bested them once.
Oh.
The most recent battle they had over there at the RMRs, where the pressure was not at an all-time high like this. Not an elimination game, just an opportunity to get through 3-0 and lock yourself in for the Legend stage.
Right.
Yeah, just a little...
Just business.
Yeah,
just business.
Exactly. So for Na'Vi in this situation, they know that they have that edge. For Heroic, this is a massive test. Map 1 is great, but to now follow through on Ancient and then Nuke, this could be the turning point for this team. This would be a new opportunity to show the leash of life that is available for this Heroic roster. They were primed coming into this. The roster's been together for a long time. They have a deep playbook. It's just about this experience, and it's about putting it in the right place.
Say what you want. It is admirable. Forged in the pits of adversity, Heroic stepping up. 1 to the good. Na'Vi required to be perfect in the reverse sweep to secure that semi-final.
They had to extinguish their own molly right there, Na'Vi. A bit of a flood running through the doors. So some errors here as far as utility goes, but Boomic wants this space. He is going to get it. Has backup as well here.
That's early from Stown. leaping at the opportunity as Boomich gets across, however, announcing his presence, which may activate some of these taps. Threads the needle.
Got to be careful about walking into these spams. There's paper thin right in there.
Diligent is perfecto. You could hear a pin drop here on Ancient. It's the Crickets. Most noise. That's a huge flash. Great reactions, though. Perfecto keeps himself alive, preserves the 5-on-5. Activating his bit. Look, he's going through electronic and bit. Up to no good.
It's a lot of space. Time's going to become the bigger issue here for Na'Vi, but they have the rotations of the map under their control.
Oh, opportunity. A quick jiggle, a slither of CT. Down. Maintains his control, but look at this pair.
We're sub 30 seconds here.
It's rare to see such a immaculate execution of the flank, and he lets it slip. Cadian knows now. Cadian hitting 2. And now to try and stop the plan is down. 10 seconds if he hits this wallbang. Boomich is foiled. A second too late. Bit handed a 1v3. Asked to come up clutch again, shying the first opportunity here on Ancient. Heroic are searching for him, and they have combed the area successfully. Gap will close, a 2-round deficit.
That's remarkable right there. I'm just bigging up Electronic, saying how good he is in big games. The fact that he gets the flank off and flubs the line, giving him something to remember.
That was a 30-bullet spray down.
Yeah, well, bullets in the body here. The mental warfare continues. But that is a round that should have been Na'Vi's. Cadian hits 2 massive shots. We were focused on the flank right there, but they had to run up long. So this is the kills from Cadian to deny. There's 17 seconds as the first kill gets made, and the flick on back, Cadian is playing some good Counter-Strike here. And you're right, a 2-round gap, but Na'Vi can buy again. They can break Heroic. They can put them back into the washing machine of these CT buys. Eco, buy. Nobody wants to be in that realm.
Yeah, and it rides on this. You can see there's a clear game plan outlined from the spawn. Boomich has given his marching orders. Cadian staying dynamic. It's what you'd want from your CT side AWP. He's calling his troops as well to assist in surveying the perimeter. And that you can see in the hands of Perfecto is designed with Tessus's name engraved on the side of it. He is blind, but what a shot onto Cadian. That was an AWP. And Boomich makes him look silly. Mid is held, courtesy of Refresh. One of the hardest and most demanding roles is this of Stown, holds Cave firm. And Na'Vi, the clock hasn't been on their ally at all times on this T side, and Bit loses everything on his first poke, his first prod.
It's still on Shush here, the rotation's far away. Shush needs to lock this one down.
They've got nothing left, Chad. Absolutely nothing. 24 points of health. And a dream. Oh, even less. Even less, a bit more shrapnel, but still their hearts beat. There's a tendency to overthink in these rounds. Crowd trying to will them across the line. It's simple. Takes the first step in that direction. Damage. Sprays that down. It's so low. And they find the bomb, I think, just in time. Just in time. Heroic recover it.
This is the thing with Heroic right now. They're not looking flustered at all, right? They're staying very, very calm in these situations. They're not rushing the retake. They're not just running in without clearing their corners. They're doing it as a unit. They're doing it as a team. I would suspect the comms right now for Heroic are an all-time high, right? They're staying very clean about these situations. And that started with the opening over towards B. It felt like a lifetime ago because the round was drawn out, but they had fantastic B lane retake utility. They mollied over the top towards the pocket position. The flash was great onto Tessus, and the shot onto Cadian was even better. But Stown getting one back on Boomich, having lane control means they can start to rotate on over a little bit quicker. They even drop back towards the site. It was Shush getting the kill onto Bit. That's a one-on-one. Bit did not wait for the rest of his team to get there to trade. Fortunately, they get in and they're able to take him down, they get the bomb down, it keeps them in a position where a little bit of cash comes in through for Na'Vi and the buy. But Heroic, they did a good job of dealing with this because there's multiple fronts they had to deal with. An individual stepped up. Refresh here. The X factor for the team with 3 massive kills. Secures the 4th and makes it a 1-round game. Na'Vi, they don't want to let this one get too far away. They understand the finances on the other side. They can stay threatening. They can keep the foot on the throat right here. 5 rounds in the T-half is great already. Anything that they can add on top is going to be fantastic. And if they win a round like this, they can get maybe 2, maybe 3 rounds out of it.
A lot to hinge on this round right here.
Sound.
Simple. Bringing it to him. And down he goes. Down. Shuts down the star of the show. Early doors. Refresh happy to play passive now because Down has taken matters into his own hands. Takes down another member of Na'Vi, another luxury. You can pull all your resources back. Lock the doors.
We saw Na'Vi win a 3-on-5 over there on Inferno, but this is going to be even more difficult to do. The T side here of Ancient, notoriously difficult. Test us with information, that's the name of the game in scenarios like this. Play for info, play the crossfires, play with your teammates, fortifying this defense right now and dropping a smoke to block them on out. 50 seconds remain on the clock. Na'Vi can buy their time. There is no rush about this, but do they want to give this one a crack or do they want to hold on to what they have? They're still in a forward position.
There is enough utility to make a substantial attempt. And making no secret of their arrival. Nades in, steps 2. Blind and swinging. Great opener out of Boomich. And they're staring at smokes. They might get away with this. Tessa has shut down Boomich. Favors Heroic so heavily. Bit trying to hit some headies. Would need way more than that came from. Being played with, toyed with by Tessus. Running out of chance.
Oh!
Still flicked in. No bullets. The 180 for survival. Hoping and praying Tessus gets nervous, but there you have it. Heroic. They weather the storm.
Yeah, really just playing with Bit there. The jiggles making it impossible for him to hit that headshot that he's known for. Makes it interesting. The bomb goes down again. Na'Vi continue to be threatening here, but Heroic are dealing with it. They've tied things up 5-5. But virtue of these plans, Na'Vi can stay threatening throughout. I think the Vitality cheering squad's running out of energy here, Alex. You know, it's been 2 days, a lot of cheering.
Did you not hear them?
They weren't cheering just there, were they?
Well, we had the full ridiculous cacophony of Na'Vi during that round. They definitely have stepped it up. And looking to do the same was Refresh, because he just flirted with the idea of bringing some early presence up lane.
Well, it's the same game here from Na'Vi. They want this aggression to come on through so they can retake the territory and isolate some of these Heroic defenders. But it's not the biff early, right? It's not Electronic running out mid anymore. It's not the space that they'd worked with before. There's another smoke lined up. Electronic is going to deny that vision. But look at this stack that's set up. They have all the vision they require, and even a missed smoke. Molly lands, but there's no threat behind it. The flash is good, but look at this. Heroic aren't backing down. They're not giving this territory over. Utility's not enough to push them back as Electronic gifted a bit more utility here to throw it out. Bit needs to get something done on his adventure as they try and force some rotations.
It does look like something's being bought here. Stown has got a lot resting on his shoulders and his life here. Round 11. Refresh has a wish, and it's been shortened by Electronic.
He's been great in middle. Another kill for him. Given the number advantage across here, but Na'Vi, they're not committing to anything just yet. They played with these rotations. Heroic have been back and forth. They can regroup the forces here and execute onto a site. Trade out efficiently. It is going to be Shush to deal with this.
Na'Vi have gotten into the site 3 rounds in a row. Lost it though.
Just Shush here.
Yeah, he's got so much to deal with. It's snapped by Bit. A neck breaker onto the Dane, and that is enough to bring that round through.
But this is the thing, right? With 5 rounds as your base already, and the fact that they keep planting, that is a key. That is a key, but it's difficult for Heroic to stop them. It's difficult for them to stop them getting the bomb down. And in this situation, Na'Vi continue to be a bit of a threat. They continue to post rounds, and 6 is perfect here, but if they can rip all these guns away, the Tech 9 of Boomich, it's found one. Stown now on notice in towards Cave, and he can call across the rest of his troops here. If Boomich wants the boys to rip away the guns, they have plenty of time to do so. Bomb halfway gone, and I think he just wants to pick up a rifle of his own, so thinking better of a hunt in this situation is Boomich. Letting Heroic hold on to these rifles.
There's few that do it quite as consistently as Electronic in middle. It's a role often assigned to someone, a safe pair of hands, and I think he is the embodiment of it.
Yeah, and this is the thing. This is not playing out at the traditional pace that I think a lot of people are used to with Ancient.
Yeah.
Right? It can be slow at times, but most people would have the conversation this is a heavily CT biased map. By Na'Vi taking the pace out, allowing the aggressive utility of Heroic to be dumped towards middle and B lane, and that doesn't leave them a whole lot for the mid to late rounds. And especially with the economy game that's being played right here. Heroic, if they went for a round like that, they lost everything. Their loss bonus is pretty low, right? It was 1,400 coming into this round, 1,900 into the next. So they're not in a great place, and you can see that reflected in the buy now. Na'Vi are doing a fantastic job here, and every round that gets posted, Heroic might be feeling like they're struggling, but this is aggressive. This is a change. Again, they want this control.
Na'Vi happy to let you have it initially. But 6 already. Affixed to their name. Pressure applied in droves from this T side, and they still haven't had any friction.
Too many positions for Shush to worry about their ledge. Boomich could always swing on out. The push through mid is possible too, and control will be taken. This is where we might need a Heroic classic, right? Something a little bit outside of the box, something as a unit, something a bit more risky. Because Na'Vi are currently out positioning him here, and look at this. Starting to work on a bit of information back on Heroic. They're going to call this clear.
Yeah, but the messenger may not arrive in time.
Cadian's got the perfect weapon for the job for this here, Alex.
Certainly has. Rotate to be held at bay by Boomich. He's gone and sprayed down Tess as Cadian is in position, but loses his head as Bit loses his mind, pops a heady. Shush tries to claw one back, and surely you don't go for it.
Try and pick up this AWP if you refresh here. I don't think Bit's going to allow it. Fortifying this AWP, making sure that they can't scoop it up and carry it through to another.
Yeah, candle lit in memoriam of that AWP.
Look at this defensive smoke they've just thrown from mid. Simple's going to grab that. Bit is going to steal away the AWP. Heroic just threw out the smoke from middle to try and allow Refresh to push through and pick it up in the grey screen, and he's trying to do that now. Refresh.
What is going on? Oh,
That's violent.
oh, that's more like it, I guess.
Yeah, well, making sure he doesn't get away with anything at all right there. Refresh will be denied. It's just going to be Shush to save. And 7 now for Na'Vi.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this is a vibe change. This is definitely Na'Vi getting back in control of this. Fantastic T-half already. Anything more that they add, if they get 8, if they win out the half, this is their map and we're headed to nuke. There is very few possibilities for Heroic to get back on in after they lose this. G2 fans still out in full force. The team couldn't be here, but they clearly are.
That is one of the many defining characteristics of a Counter-Strike fan. The capacity to cheer for the Counter-Strike. G2 embodying that. And we do see our second tactical just elapsed there. That's Heroic just trying to solve this mystery.
Well, here's the conversation that's had with the loss bonus of 1900 that Na'Vi know. Do they go for a save or do they go for a buy? You saved 1 and 4. In this sense, 9 out of 10, actually I would say 9.9 out of 10, that you would go for a save in this situation, right? You would go for a save and then you'd go for a buy into that next round of play when the loss bonus is there. But by doing so, you put all the eggs in the basket of Shush to find the impact, and you likely give over an 8th round to Na'Vi here. All they have to do is avoid this M4, avoid tripping over their shoelaces, and Na'Vi are going to win out the half on their map choice. Fantastic stuff for them in the early stages here.
Yeah, I'm sure this will be a demo. Many teams setting their sights on Ancient may review a T side who've managed to look like they dictate the pace. And Boomich has found another immediately at the start of this one. Cadian looking to make one squeal, but between the wickets with that Zeus.
There's the rifle gone, that's the round done. Cleaning house. Na'Vi looking good now, just 2 more bodies here as Perfecto staying diligent, cops a dink but gets the kill. Tessus in the grave, and it's just Refresh to try and save. 2400 is about to come on through, so they will be looking for a buy here, but Refresh, what's the best he could hope for? Probably not a lot. He can hear these footsteps coming, bounding forward, looking for him, trying to rip the rifle.
It's a nice elevation, it might be hard to clear. Oh, Perfecto does adjust quickly. Now aware and relaying the information. Look at that map. The entire Na'Vi squad wants to take it away. Extend your suffering. And that they have.
This is the thing, the last 3 rounds of play have been really good for Na'Vi. Had 5 stand alive in 2 of those 3 rounds. So this is fantastic. Their economy now starting to really bolster here. You got a couple of players just under that 10K mark. So this is fantastic. You could be looking at a 10-5 T-half on Ancient. Real last opportunities for Heroic with rifles in their hands. The door smoke through. Disrespect this time. Na'Vi coming through.
But here comes Cadian. Catapulted from his teammate's head. And Drake, 2 dead. No, 1.5 through the boards. Tessus finishes what his leader started. Now that is some success. Heroic have been struggling to find anything off these aggressive maneuvers. Now they've got themselves a man advantage early in pursuit of a 6th. Just 3 components now of this Na'Vi machine, still trying to find a way to whir into action. It's down, denies bit. Boomich, a compulsory trade. A house divided now for Na'Vi.
Still possible here. Tessa's on a bit of an island right now. Has to be very careful how he wants to proceed. Doesn't have any help whatsoever, and Shush, if he goes down on this fact-finding mission, the round will be wide open. But as he continues to push forward, calls it clear, Electronic might get caught off guard by this.
Yeah, it's a question of Tessus as well. Oh, long-range spray.
Real problems now. B is open for business. This is a big issue for Heroic. You can't lose a round like this. You fought hard. You had the trades in the opening stages go your way. You cannot let Na'Vi rip this one out of your hands.
It was their round for the taking, and now it is them divided. Picking up the pace, Shush. Can't contest, but they may strike in unison. And they do. Refresh. Bests, boom. Electronic looking to secure the 1v2, but Refresh holds on. Again, he stands stalwart on a map back-to-back from Inferno to Ancient. He seems to have held his own and held his nerve. Looking to retrieve an AWP. And any goodies that may linger.
Yeah, they had to win that one, right? They worked hard in the opening stages. The trades were going in their favor. Stown gets one, goes down. And that's important for them to pick this round up. They can still keep this to a 1-round deficit, right? Going into the second half of play, win the pistol. They can put themselves on the board here. Maybe they can show us a thing or two on their T side. But Na'Vi are definitely in the driver's seat of this map. At this point, it is their map to lose. When you get 8 rounds on the T side of a map like Ancient, you should be walking this one across the line. Both teams can buy here for the final round of play. No dramas there, and it's full buys. Everything you want, kits are in play, utils there. No dramas whatsoever as the mid-util dropped. Previous round, Na'Vi went with a bit of pace. They tried to have a bit of a gear shift. It didn't work out for them. There's so many flashes dumped towards mid.
Like 4 flashbangs. And look at that. For a head-to-head, Cadian actually clips the wings of Simple. But it's hot now. Still hits the flick. Huge contribution out of Cadian. Run down by Bit. And the bomb spotted. The Star one-shotted, 17 HP for Simple to try and continue to maneuver. Last round, closing the gap would certainly be a recovery of sorts from Heroic. 8's great, 9's a whole lot better. And Cadian's given them a platform by which they can secure it.
Look at all the nades left over for Na'Vi here. They can do whatever they want. Still 60 seconds left on the clock. Any of the executes are possible. Got a bit of room to work with here, but the biggest issue is mid right now. This forward position of Shush. If he gets a kill, he can change the tide of this round here for Heroic.
Nice off angle, not one to be immediately. Oh, great flash. So blind.
The util has been on point for Na'Vi throughout.
Everyone working towards a common goal. Perfecto does go down though.
That's spotted. They've been straight in towards A here. It's all on refresh. He lines them up. He knocks down 2. It's just one to find. Electronic in a 1-on-3.
That is a problem, a big problem thanks to Refresh. The solo hold. And he lines up 2. I think he caught a wind of Tessus. Electronic, not to be underestimated in a 1 versus 3 clutch on the stage. He's got a little bit of time to flirt with, and he's coming in hot! Refresh down, 1 to go, and Electronic knows. 9 seconds, Chad, he has to plan. He has to plan. Pulls a bluff! Beautiful! Truly unbelievable! He gets off the bomb! A second to spare, and Electronic pulls the 9th out of nowhere for Na'Vi! Unbelievable! That was a guarantee. And I'm seeing stars. Hold on a second.
What an absolute monster. He opened this up with that kill there off the back of the flash. The 1-on-3 situation after refresh. Lines him up, knocks him down. Knows he needs to find the fight.
2. He had 3 seconds, Chad.
This is the thing. On the jump, he gets spotted still planting. Thinks it's done. Thinks it's dusted. The flames there at his feet. And he converts. Electronic stepping up on the stage and puts Na'Vi close to converting their map now on the CT side, the easier side of the two. You heard what Simple had to say about this in the earlier stage of the tournament here. Let's see how quick they can convert. This would be 4 from 4 pistols here for Na'Vi, and they're looking to get this one done, looking to take it to Nuke.
Testing their metal into the Hurt Locker, Surge 3 Danes. And the gatekeeper, hot from the previous, is still overwatching. Oh. What a shot! It's down. Opens up with first blood drawn onto Simple, no less. Information relayed. Space seized. That's why you put the PT-50 in his hands.
Yeah, so much room right now for Heroic here. So many options available as well. Na'Vi are the ones on the back foot on this pistol around the first. They could be losing the series so far. 2 spotted.
Heroic would love a pistol to overcome a monstrous T-half out of Na'Vi.
Lots of problems for Na'Vi here.
First step taken in the right direction, Shush. He has got his full jester hat waving, saying, come and get me, and look at what it's created. A wide open B bomb site. Cadian's already caught the rotation, and still they're hunting Shush. He has played his role to perfection. Just sold them down the river there, Chad.
Yeah, running rings around them right now. Na'Vi, oh, don't know where to look. It's down to grab another. Boomich in the dirt, and it's just Electronic here, the hero on the way into the half. There's no way he wins a round like this, out of position. 5 to find, no time. And Heroic, a big pistol round to win here on this T-half. They had a really good game plan there on the T-half of Inferno. If they can do anything similar right now on Ancient, we might have a game. But as I mentioned earlier, this should be Na'Vi's map to convert. Be quite a showing for the Danes here if they were to take this one in 2. Be mounting a massive comeback. But that's the first step in the right direction. 10-round streak for Na'Vi on this map, right? And when you have a T-half like that, you're looking to convert and make it your 11th consecutive. You go through the laundry list of those scouts to pick up 10 maps in a row. Heroic's one of those names. I know that they're comfortable against the Danes in this territory. That's why they've picked it. That's why we're here.
Man, you have to reinvent yourself a little. Smoked off. Refresh the leader of the pack with the littlest gun.
No early fight, so they'll give them the space. Playing for info here, Perfecto. Caden already getting across towards the Tetris box. There's a lot of room to work with here. The fight's going to come his way.
Same angle, same result. A repeat of the pistol, perhaps. They chose to invest, chose to try and defend for the second round conversion.
Yeah, you're not getting that Famous back anytime easy.
Couple of exposed heads.
This is the right call.
Boomich is one of them. He's going to pop like a watermelon if he meets that Mac 10. Whoa, never mind. Boomich still plucks him from the skies with only the P250.
They should hold on to this, right? They get the Famous back. They can drop that across into the next round to play. Just hold on to what you have. Give them the round. Allow them to have 8. No dramas here for Na'Vi. Right, still plenty of rounds to be played here. But this is great stuff from Heroic, right? They're not rushing it. They're doing it as a unit. The calls are bang on in the early stages of this one here, and the aim is on point, right? Hitting a couple of nice shots. And one of the issues that Na'Vi had within that first map of Inferno on their CT side, how often did it feel like they had a full buy? Every round or every second round, they had MP9s, UMPs, Famouses in the mix. And if you can keep Na'Vi in that same position where they don't have full buys, Boomich is always on an MP9, maybe Bit has a Famous instead of that M4. That's where they're going to come into some bigger issues here. Hey, will be confirmed for Heroic now. 1 round game at this juncture. And this is class from Heroic. It's not the most explosive Counter-Strike. It's not in your face, but the way that they are playing, it's that chessboard again. They're stepping up when they need to, and this is their most important game. Na'Vi are the true test in this bracket here for Heroic. Lying in wait will be ENCE for that semi-final affair. Held on to their goodies. Let's see if Na'Vi can put their dugs in the right place here to convert with that save Famous and the pistols around it.
Electronic forgot his weapon. Been gifted a pistol to try. I will reiterate, this one set up on a silver platter for the 9th round. Heroic, they have the guns.
This is so risky.
They're walking towards the lion's den. Never to be underestimated is Simple.
Perfectly timed. That's all the U2 was dumped. They just dropped 1 smoke towards Cave. That's going to stall out Heroic here. Sure, plenty of time on the clock to regroup and regather, but they used a lot of utility there. Still have a couple of smokes left over, a couple of mollies to work with here, but these pistols, if they get in the right place, they can be potent. Time, if it starts to become an issue, Heroic could find themselves in some dramas here.
You can see the pivot. Smoke towards the temple position. A bit looks to take a couple upon arrival. Just a couple would be brilliant. Hard to track. Pesky bounce. He leaves with nothing. A quick one out of the P250. Electronic desperate to whittle away further. And it is Simple's FAMAS. Na'Vi with quite a foreboding presence now as the bomb does go down the flank. Look at this. A trap, a tag, and a headshot. And Stout has found 2 in quick succession. Heroic trying to hold on. The rope is slippy. Na'Vi pesky, now just the 1. And they know where he's coming from. A great first headshot from Boomich. But they stand and bang. Side by side, they ride to the 9th.
And they smile with that one. Stown with that double. Massive stuff from him. Bows them out. A gap in the smoke that could have been Heroic's undoing. That would have been Na'Vi's way back in. You could see chipping away Electronic. Simple finds the gap too. But they're able to make sure they don't go down. That would have been dire. You can see just there on the fade. That's the double from Stown. Massive stuff from him and continues to battle forward.
A team effort. Heroic nearly walked straight into the jaws of Na'Vi there.
Guns are out now. This is where it heats up. Fighting forward, Caden. He wants to take the fight, and he's gone down to nades. Utility alone will be his demise.
Oh, taking some risks down. He wanted to be the playmaker. He's just the bullet catcher. Limping now towards that inevitable defeat. Refresh.
They're in.
Asking some questions of that statement. Boomich is tucked in. The uncleared angle. A couple of wallbangs. They do connect, but the bomb now planted safe. They need to try and find a frag. Oh! Tessus 1.5. Tessus, he may have done something special there because Simple's ears are ringing. And Electronic's already gone down. It's only the 2 of them now. Simple and Bit. And look at this. Look at this from Shush. Finishes off what Tessus had started. And now Na'Vi counting on Bit.
Chasing Ghost.
He's so loud. And they know it should be a spray, and that is 10. 3 out of Refresh. It was Stown with a triple in the previous. Every single member has delivered on this second map, and now Na'Vi in shambles.
This is trouble now right now for Na'Vi. This is big issues. That was a 3-on-5 situation. Opening towards mid, opening towards Cave. They still lose the round. The gap from Refresh, the push that he made, the balls that he had to go for a play like that. That's the only reason they get into that round. Refresh is stepping up when the team needs him most. Had a rough tournament so far, but it doesn't matter when you're in the quarterfinals, when you're taking on Na'Vi. They're going to limp in, a bit of a half buy here and a change. This is the AKs. They're going to use their range right now. Heroic are making some big calls.
Oh, this is fast. Look at the contrast. He's already in. Just as vision's restored. Your eyes may fade to black at the hands of Heroic. Staring at smokes and flashbangs. The whole squad is here for both teams. And still not a body has dropped. Look at that. They're mollying CT. Spawn, Chad. But Electronic has caught Cadian. over the donut smoke, I believe.
Bomb's not down yet. That's a bit of an issue here.
Look at this. I've never seen it. 4 Ts in Temple.
They could back off. They could make a bit of a odd play here, Heroic. I know they have so much space to work with. They're hoping the fights come their way.
But
Navia giving them the room. You're going to have to make a bit of a chop and change right now, Heroic.
You can't stay here forever. Spotting out another. Simple, humble. Re-smoking. This is a sign of a commit, but look at that. Something to play with. A toy added to the toy box of Electronic. Perfecto resides. They're going for a fake out. They want to try and draw anything left out of Na'Vi. Separating Perfecto. Claws it back into the 4-on-4. Time-sensitive mission now, and still Bits a problem. They've chopped and changed the weapon. He can throw some heavy 50 caliber rounds from his pistol. Still stands. Strong, stalwart, on the swivel is Shush.
Trying to go big.
Not ready for the deagle. Saved by a refresh there. That nearly really spiraled.
What a crazy call. Take the bomb through Temple, try and go CT spawn towards B, but it works for Heroic. They get so much space, they wait for the fight, they take them with the AKs, they use them at range, and they actually wait for their own smokes to fade before they get that one done. But Heroic up to 11 now.
Yeah, that felt like a bit of a rule breaker.
Look, it was the right call to make against the pistols, and they found all the space, but it got dicey when Electronic found that first kill.
They are on fire on the T side.
This is the moment that Simple needs to step up. He's got this AWP out now. This needs to change for Na'Vi. They're down 2 rounds. CT side of map, and they're backs against the wall. They're 1 map down. Their map choice. Tournament life on the line. Defending major champions here are under the pump. Heroic. They're bringing it to him.
They haven't got a single defensive round. On the map, they haven't lost in 10 ancient showings. And through the boards, boom.
They found openings before, but they haven't been able to convert. This has to be the difference maker. Another 3-on-5. Before Refresh, he was the X factor, but he's in the grave. Somebody else for Heroic need to step on up.
It might have to be Bit to end and slap away this advance. Nice find from Electronic, and that's a Na'Vi remedy. 2 openings. Only Cadian with a chance to close. Simple says no. And that is the first. That is the first CT round for Na'Vi.
Need a couple more of those to start building this CT economy, build that bank up, and Heroic, I think they can smell blood in the water. They're going to take a timeout. They're going to have a discussion. The 3rd timeout for Heroic here. Get Exist on the mic, get him to confer with Cadian. Some big choices here.
Oh, yeah. Odd finances.
In this situation, Cadian would traditionally back himself in, but it's the T side of Ancient here. I don't know how he's going to operate with an AWP if he wants to go for that type of an option. He can, right? He definitely can. But where is he going to find that opening, right? When the gun rounds have happened, the 2 gun rounds that we've seen, they've been dealt a dud hand. They've lost multiple members early. Now here it is. Cadian with his best map of the tournament on Inferno, trying to step on up and find the solution for the team. There are going to be a couple of purchases around this.
Antwerp trying to will this into a 3rd map. Heroic to spoil it all with a smile on their face while they do it.
That's the opener!
He's found it. Electronic flirting with aggression and rejected upon entry. That is a gift, Chad.
That's more than you could ask for. The opener within the first 10 seconds of the round right there. The in-game leader, he backed himself into the AWP. He found the kill he needed to, and now Na'Vi are the ones who have to solve this. They don't have enough money to work with in a situation like this. They haven't built the economy. They can't lose a round in this way.
And what's so punishing is that it's within the first 10 seconds. You have no answers. No answers for where Electronic used to reside and provide. So they're flying blind.
It's on the rookie here. I don't think we can call him that anymore.
Yeah, he's got a lot of util, Chad. I'm sure his premonition will dictate he starts dumping something soon, or will he sprint to aid what looks like a commitment into the bits. Got on in his sights, big burst, shushes Deagle, puts him down, tucks him in for an early bedtime.
Big problems for Na'Vi here. They haven't accounted for the Refresh X Factor in a round like this. Bomb's gone down. Time is ticking. Cadian with the power weapon. Refresh could have the round-winning play.
They're going to be so focused on the objective at hand, retake the site. And it's Heroic, who starts strong, full explode of his mag, and he does go down for it, punished for the spray. And this is, didn't spot it. Oh! What a turn-off! A no-scope from Simple, that was supposed to be it. That was supposed to be 12. And now the defuse coming in, Cadian asking if he can get anything going. Navi saying no. Can I see it again? Rewind the stream, play it in slow-mo, because Refresh had Simple dead to rights. But one of the highest sensitivities in the game, and it's just muscle memory destruction. The first, he's in temple, they say. Refresh, he activates, he chases, and Simple just destroys him.
Making a scene on everybody's screen. That's a heartbreaker from Simple right there.
Holy moly.
Staying alive, the orb's been saved. This one's not done yet.
What is Boomich doing? He's cooking up trouble. He's pulling out an alligator into the swamps of ancient creeps and alligator. He hit a banger before. Shush on the dig, beat out Bit. Keeping it conservative, heroic, in pursuit of glory in the next. Bomb plant, frags.
This is so threatening here.
No,
he's on an island.
It's just him. God, it's audacious. Things to stone, poke, prod, try and keep the defenses up.
Big nade.
Scope, and again, they find the opener. Look at the damage he just did. The most effective nade, I think, this game. But it cost him his life. Does it cost him the round? Light guns. This is supposed to just be a plant. Could it really be a heroic round? The alligator discussed the perfect weapon. What are they doing? Charging forward and just trying to bring the fight. Cadian asked to do the impossible, and yeah, averts his gaze for a second. Electronic, perfect timed for the engagement. That will put Navi in control. And what went from 0 CT rounds, we now see 3 in consecutive fashion. Navi take the lead.
But they're so threatening. They're still so threatening here, Heroic. The fact that they're able to find this weak point, they're heading over towards A, and look, Bit, that nade was great, but he still went down without anything. There were issues in a round like this. All the kills came their way. This is Heroic playing outside of the box Counter-Strike, thinking if we catch Navi off guard, and they almost did. Simple was blind, he looked away, lucky that he had bodyguards. His teammates were there to bail him out of a round after the heroics of his in the previous. This one's still got a couple of twists and turns left. Cadian back on him with another AWP. Navi, no, they're not off the hook just yet.
Takes balls to go aggressive on a CT round with this much riding on it. Heroic know all too well. Every trick in the book from Tessus in pursuit of information. He leaves empty-handed.
They know they've been tested now. Look at the change up here in this CT defense. They put the biggest gun on campus right now to deal with any of the pressures that Bit has been feeling, because they have been able to get in, and how many times are they going to be able to retake that site? So changing up the defense here, Navi, looking for their 13th, looking to take us to map number 3.
Good pace to this, flashing in, looking to test Cave. And Boomich, no issues, just repeats in, brings the fight. Navi have an opener. And it's Down that wants to perhaps close. He's found the head of Perfecto. Walking in, walking tall, puffing up his chest, taking as much space as he can. There are flashes behind. That trajectory implies more. More on the way. Good shot out of Shush. How has he found Electronic? That keeps us level. But maybe just for a moment, so much information filling his eardrums. Boomich, how are they not? Ready! They are! Oh, they are, don't worry! Shush onto the head! Back and forth, one-on-one. This is nuts. Simple. Quick transfer of power back and forth. Did he spot?
Shush has heard this.
20 seconds! Oh! And he's done it! Shush with a couple of bangers in Antwerp. Boomich had the round in the palm of his hand. Shush, just enough time to adapt. Impressive all round, but yeah, we're tied right back up. That's how he got Electronic.
Yeah, it was a forward play for Info there. And Shush using his environment to his advantage in that situation. Simple with that kill, but he has no idea where Shush has gotten off to. I don't think he knew the bomb was down.
The audacity.
Flick was almost on point in that situation here, but both teams, the money for both teams is in a rough spot. Both can get a buy back in. Both have some omissions in the purchases. But Heroic, if they could win a round like this, they're setting themselves up to try and steal this map away. And 2-0 Na'Vi. This is a team they've had nightmares about.
But how often do you beat your nightmare in reality? They did it once at the RMR. This might be enough to get that demon out from under their bed.
This is the crucible for Heroic here. If they pick this up, if they defeat Na'Vi in this fashion, a whole new chapter in the Heroic book is opened. And a new gear for the team that we didn't know was possible.
On the prowl. Nades sail in, an exchange of utility. And it might be futile because it's Perfecto who sprays down 3! Monumental when he's needed. Perfecto delivers.
Questions to be asked here. Still problems.
Burn, Hurd, it's down. How has he slipped around? No one knows. No one knows. Now they do, and Simple relieves the pressure valve. Cadian, I don't even know if you got the time for funny business. But Perfecto just stands tall on that ramp.
Looked like it could have gone out of control there as well. You could see that if he doesn't get 3 kills in that situation, they could scale onto the site. We've seen them before with a bit of pep in their step. Able to get some upgrades coming through a bit, gets himself an M4 there, and yeah, they do hold on to the AWP on the other side of things, but this is where the finances were an issue for both teams, right? The loss bonus for both teams, not great whatsoever. This is the situation for Heroic now where maybe they want to burn that final timeout, have that conversation, but here it is again, Perfecto. Shutting down 3, a massive spray down on the silent stem 4, secures the round for his team, and they will burn the final timeout here, Heroic. The Danes know that this is still an opportunity with the saved AWP. Acadians found an opener for them, they just need to capitalize. Nobody's really been a slouch in this one. Stown stopping the scoreboard with 19. 14 apiece for the likes of Tassus and Refresh, 15 for Cadian and Shush with 12 to his name. But the crowd starting to get louder and louder here, knowing that Na'Vi could be taking us to that 3rd.
Could bring the operative word, Chad. It still isn't everything.
They've been made to work for this. 10 maps in a row for Na'Vi on Ancient.
God. You guys are amazing. All right, ride or die. The chips to the center. This is Heroic putting it all on the line. And just full blind electronic and bit combined. And there's another walking into his line. Cadian bringing out the big one. And a suspicious smoke blooms in front of Donut. Bit, they know he is the A player. And he's in such a prime position to disrupt. Takes down the bomb plant. 2 remain, make it 1. Refresh gets nothing done. Only Cadian with a slight opportunity, and the first does connect, but he won't get many more. Spots out, building the picture, and already plucks another from the pack. Cadian making something out of nothing. He's got so much time, and now Na'Vi start to quake in their boots. Start to think it through. Looking for answers. And he'll keep them looking. They have the bomb. There is no doubt in Na'Vi's mind as to where that bomb and the last player will be eventually. 41 HP. Setup adjusted. Cadian. Right to the scope. He's chosen incorrectly for the nade, and that's Perfecto. Na'Vi edge closer. They put a lot into that round, Chad, and it fell flat.
Yeah, you said chips into the center of the table here. Forced by behind the saved AWP, Cadian with almost the hero moment, almost resuscitating Heroic's T half here. That's how it started. The trade was fantastic from Katie, and the bomb getting denied, it could have spelled a completely different story over towards this A site, but this means that Heroic will likely concede 15 now, unless someone can step up. 15 more than confirmed as they look to rush B straight into Perfecto. He's found one, completely blind. Down with the trade. The B bomb side open for business. Boomich to respond. He's smoked off. They can get this down.
It's threatening. Great shot. Whoa, Simple's heating up. Okay, someone take him down. Tessus does, but the round surely ticking away. Down. He has been making some hero plays, but not today, folks. Nuke is a single round away. Na'Vi flustered, but they do not buckle. They came into this half, the defensive half, the favored half, and they conceded 5 on the trot. Couple of timeouts used well. Blade, the council of Na'Vi, putting their heads back on tight, and now it is 3 opportunities. 3 opportunities to close and secure that Nuke third map. Antwerp, you fancy a third map? Light peppering. Canadian on the receiving end. Progress now. A late smoke. Very nice, and using it to great success. A lot riding on Electronic for this territory.
You got to be careful with the sound cues here on the boost. Electronic could just spam you on down through the smoke, but they will dismantle and turn their attention elsewhere. Cadian, that was intentional. Right, it looked like what he did right there. What's that for? That is quite truly smoke and mirrors. It's part of the mind games. The forward positions, those sound cues are more than notable.
And that might lead.
Yeah, look at this, rerouting immediately. They've knocked on the door of A a couple of times. They knew that Simple had moved that AWP over there, so hoping to keep them guessing right now. Na'Vi, they look to batten down the hatches. There's a couple of gaps to be exploited here. Heroic do have a lot of room to work with. There's no early warning system on this. Operating in the dark here. Na'Vi are giving a lot of room to Heroic here for what could be the final round of play.
Understandably passive in nature.
Out of util and Na'Vi, just a couple of flashes. That's all they have to work with. Heroic have their final few pieces to put onto the board and look for this room. Surging forward now. Simple has a choice. Play behind it, play ahead of it.
Oh, good util, look. He's been denied, and now they can surge forward. Shush does clear the corner. Electronic was supposed to be the savior, and now the side is clear. The bulldozer of Heroic just flattens the defense. It's so satisfying to watch. Just nuanced details in order to keep the feet planted. Draw the util out. And the first of the 3 goes Heroic's way.
Yeah, going to force Na'Vi into a save here, and that's if they get to hold on to these guns. Wanting to get that AWP back, Cadian has been good to find some impact. Simple's already dealt with that problem, just needs to keep himself alive. Flash forward, shot, hit, and that is beautiful from Simple. Does deny that hunt, and hopefully wards off the rest of Heroic as Perfecto and Simple look to hold on to what they have. Their lost bonus bottom of the barrel here. Going to be hard for them to get an investment going. A couple of dropped guns, likely. But somebody will go missing into the next round of play for Na'Vi.
That util, the smoke and the flash combo, just saw how that completely nullified Simple's contributions for the rotate.
He had 2 choices there, right? And the thing is, if he was there a second or 2 earlier, he would have pushed through. Yeah. He would have played ahead of that smoke, but because of the timing, had to play behind it. The kills coming in, that A bomb site getting rumbled, even though they had 2 players there, that was the bigger of the issues. But when you have 2 players on the site, you're expecting them to be able to lock that down. But just wrapped upon, denied, and Na'Vi purchased behind these saved guns. They want to get it closed down now. They lose this round, Alex, and the final round is going to be 1,900 loss bonus. They'll have nothing to work with in the last round of play. They have to win this one, or we could go to overtime.
The best opportunity to secure Nuke in this quarterfinal. Na'Vi are mapped down. 1 round is all they need, but Refresh has got other plans. He's opened up the B bomb site. That was the only sticking point. Wow, Simple is on one. He is looking furious, and he's missed his chance. Will go down, and Na'Vi, they may have to cut their losses. Bit takes one on the way out the door, but Refresh is the one that just kicks open the B-bomb site.
Yeah, massive issues here. There's no way into a round like this. 3 to survive here for Heroic. Bomb planted, already ticking away. And Refresh, you have to sing his praises. 16 kills, but the amount of times he's walked into this B site, the rounds that Heroic have won in this game, they won a 3-on-5 off of Refresh, rocking that B bomb site open. He just walked in, 3 kills previously, and this time round, again, he's more than happy to take that heads-up duel against Perfecto. That's the entry they needed. Simple looked threatening there, but you can't call on him time and time again to get you a multi-kill to make these rounds possible. This is massive issues for Na'Vi now, and Heroic know it. Their finances are in the bin, getting broken this late on the CT side. It's a miserable place to find yourself in Heroic. They're looking fired up to take this one to overtime.
You know, we were really praising the T-Hall of Na'Vi, Chad. They got 6 rounds. Heroic boast 8 on this T side. They just need the one more to take us to overtime, and that is a timeout. Well used. The second of the 4. Carried into overtime should we require.
The fact that they have so many timeouts left in their back pocket here shows that they haven't felt they're under the pump, but they clearly are. You have a blistering T-half from Na'Vi, and now Heroic are showing they can do exactly that. They pick up their first pistol round here in the series, and they go on that streak. And now, with the finances absolutely in the bin, the guns being juggled across, trying to work out how to work this buy out. The stars of the team here for Na'Vi look like they're all going to have rifles in hand to try and defend their honor and get this done 16-14.
Wielding the AWP and making a call that could define their result at the major. Cadian has a decision to make. Battle for mid-control, one out by the Na'Vi utility. Stown progressing early, wants to take ledge and has done so unscathed.
This is quick,
Lots
of
of pace. Lots of space. I think they identified Na'Vi were giving them room.
They continue to hit and knock on this door of Bit. This is his chance. This is it from Bit. The first is his. The pressure's coming. The molly's down.
Yeah, Tessus might be wise to give that the time. Immediately, Na'Vi start to rejig the setup. It's telegraphed. It's apparent. But Heroic not to be underestimated. That was the last smoke Heroic have to boast. And it's time, but already this advantage. Good nade, chips away, trying to clear. They do go down to Bit again. This is his domain on the A site. But they have managed to get a little bit of leeway. Flash is good, Cadian safe. Time to pull the teeth of this 2v3 for OT. Or can Na'Vi secure nuke right here? 2 clicks of the mouse, all it requires. And Stown goes down, there you go! Nuke secure! Na'Vi a test unlike anything they've seen before on Ancient. Heroic do make them sweat. But Na'Vi here and take us to the distance.
Extending that winning streak now to 11 consecutive Ancient wins. Na'Vi, they do it the hard way, all 30 rounds, massive plays required. But it doesn't matter anymore. They're moving to nuke with a smile on their face. They have withstood the Danes.